Hello, I'm a little hippie, and today I'm going to be doing a review on this show tie-in for Supernatural, and it was called Supernatural Witches Canyon. So, I made a video on this where I swapped my screen time for reading, and I read half of this book um, in that video, and so I did some talking about it, some kind of like discussing like what this was about, what was happening. So basically, what we're doing is we're following the two main characters, Dean and Sam Winchester, and they are driving to a little town called Cedar Wells, Arizona. Well, the town is called Cedar Wells in the state of Arizona, and they are on the hunt for whatever is sort of causing this weird cycle that goes on in this town where every 40 years 120 years, yes, this cycle that goes around that's been going on for the last 120 years, where every 40 years there's like a period of time where there are a bunch of murders that happen in this small town in Arizona. And throughout the book, they're kind of scrambling to figure out what's going on. They spend a large majority of this book not knowing what the heck is happening or why it's happening. And it is at some point I just felt like, why are we doing this? Because I read 172 pages, well, 180 pages actually. I started out thinking I was going to read 172 pages, and then I ended up reading 180. Then I ended up going to 200 pages in one day, and by the time they got to 200 pages, they still didn't know. Well, I guess they had some idea of what was going on, but they still didn't know like how to fix it. So I guess there was a lot of tension in that way because they're trying to figure out what's happening, what kind of entity is this, how to stop it. Meanwhile, in the backdrop, people are just dying left, right, front, and center all over the place. And one of the things that I thought was cool about this book and why the author was able to get away with it being 360 pages basically of what the hell is going on was that you get the perspectives of some of the people before they die, and it's like a whole chapter or like half a chapter where you're following these people in the moments leading up to their death, which I thought was really cool. And I also thought it was cool that the deaths were not graphic at all. It was kind of like fade to black sort of thing. And I thought that was really cool because I'm not really into gore like that. Um, but overall, and that's pretty much all that was going on, honestly, is that they were trying to figure out what was causing this cycle. And come to find out, it was a witch, a dead witch, Witch's Canyon, that had a ranch in the Grand Canyon or very close to the Grand Canyon, and not a ranch, but she had like a cottage set away from the rest of the city, very near unto the Grand Canyon, and um she was buried there, and because of this there was like a curse on the town. Before she died, she put a curse on the town that was saying like people who died would come back every 40 years, and or people more specifically who died on the ranch that she died on would come back every 40 years and kill indiscriminately, essentially is what was going on in this book. So I think I rated it. Did I rate it 4 stars? I'm gonna put my whatever I rated it on Goodreads on the screen because I really don't remember. Because I finished it on Sunday. It's now Thursday, and I've been reading other books in between then and now, and so it's it's a whole lot. But yeah, so I think I gave it a 4 star. It was very fun. And it's been a long time since I've sat down and read a book straight through for 200 pages in one sitting. So that was pretty fun. And I guess it did earn that 4 star rating. It was very entertaining. I enjoyed spending time with two of my favorite pop culture icons, Dean and Sam Winchester. Um, and yeah, it was just a fun ride and just very nostalgic of like the show Supernatural. So, I think that's going to bring us to the end of the video. I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good evening. And most importantly, I hope you read a good book. And I'll see you when I see you. Bye.